Hello Scorpio, welcome to your reading for the 18th to the 25th of April 2026. And yeah, please use your own intuition or the images on these cards, and it's going to be general reading, so please also notice, also just take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. Okay, let's welcome in the archangels, ascended masters, light beings, spirit guides, and our higher selves, and any animal, ancestral, or dragon guides you feel resonant with, Scorpio. Okay, let's see what's going to jump out here for the start. It's like the first, I think we had a flip there, so we'll grab that one or those two. And it is the Four of Wands. So just recently, I think you've had cause for celebration. And also the Five of Wands and the Nine of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So 4 and 5 of Wands. Scorpio. You've been celebrating something, and I think this hasn't come without a challenge. There's a challenge that's gone along with this. Maybe you overcame a challenge and you were like, yay, I've done that now. But this could also be talking about another phase that you're in. Maybe you've reached a milestone or a certain transition you've been through. And you're now doing the fine-tuning, the learning, the bouncing off of others. Maybe this is talking about work as well. Maybe you're working in a busy way, but you're feeling passionate about it. But you're also, learning new things, fine-tuning. And there could be a little bit of competition that's going along with that as well, possibly. Let's have a look. We'll see. It's just something that's recent. Let's have a look now at something that's, your definite current energy. Not definite current energy, potential possible current energy. 9 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So I think whatever this challenge has been, but I think there's a lot of positivity that's gone along with this, a learning process. Okay, you could be feeling a little battle weary at the moment, but I think you have your 10 of Cups in sight here. So there's something about holding out or persevering. There's something about perseverance here for you, Scorpio. Underlying theme is interesting. The Devil and the 10 of Pentacles. So it's interesting because there's light and dark in every card here. This could be, about the, having the family, the house and the car and the kids and stuff like that. Like, this is like kind of like an abundant family scenario. This is about the, maybe the over-attachment to that. There could be an attachment to that is... I have to be careful with my words here because I'm not trying to say... It's about looking at if you're connected or attached to this idea or actuality in any way that is not allowing you to feel at least some degree of freedom for yourself, then this is about looking at that. I think this underlying theme is about these existential thing of freedom and responsibility. The Devil is about attachment, but it's to do with unhealthy attachments, or sometimes we say attachment, or we say, well, it's commitment. There's a little bit of a difference between attachment and commitment. I would say that attachment has a little bit more of a negative connotation to it, okay? If you're committed to something, that's different because you are mind, body, soul, spirit, you're fully committed in. But what this is saying is that if there's anything about your abundance or your legacy that you're creating that is sort of an attachment that's not coming from your true center, if it's coming out of something else, okay, is to just look at that. Sorry, I'm just watching the spider go up my wall over there, and if it comes up off the ceiling here, I may have to stop the video. In your general direction moving forward, you have the 9 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So the general direction moving forward for you, Scorpio, is that you're moving into emotional fulfillment, but also spiritual, intuitive, creative fulfillment, okay? And this is sort of, I think it's the start of a new cycle. This 9 of Wands that you're feeling into at the moment, I'm getting the feeling that because that's almost up to a 10, it's almost to completion. So that could be the energy of an old cycle. So this is kind of like the new cycle moving forward, okay? Which is resonating with the 9 of Cups as opposed to the 9 of Wands. Yeah, let's look at your outcome. Yeah, there's something here about, emotional fulfillment. You also have material fulfillment, or, I think maybe the question is around here because, the devil is a shifty energy. It can be talking about tenacity and hard work. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking where the spider went. Oh, it's over there now. Tenacity. So maybe this is just about you digging in your heels to create your legacy here, Scorpio. And this could be what the reading is about. But it's interesting that the first meaning that came up was that looking at what is your true motivation for creating this legacy or this abundant life. Okay, are you coming from a space of your authenticity rather than something that potentially the devil has, or all the forces that be, or the authorities that be, or whatever. Like, well, if there's an overriding force that's external to you that you feel you are having to fulfill, that's different from it, from fulfillment coming from within you. Okay, so yeah, just to be aware of that. Let's look at your outcome now as well. Okay. Right, so we have 7 of Swords and 7 of Cups. And it's interesting that there are 2 7s here, because the 7 is a number of reflection and introspection. So looking at the deeper motivations and meanings for you, Scorpio, as to why you do things, and also with regard to the choices that you are making here, okay? So the outcome is that potentially there are going to be some choices open to you. And the 7 is about using the 7 of Swords is about using mental strategy. So it could be here that, you're going into this, you're in this 5 of Wands, 4 of Wands energy, which has it's kind of a bittersweet energy. It's like, okay, it's positive. But yet at the moment you're feeling 9 of Wands. So this could mean that that you're needing a break. But it could also mean that you're working very hard on creating emotional fulfillment. But I guess it's a warning, not a warning, but there's a thing here to remind you that if you're too much in this energy all of the time, it's going to be difficult to experience the 10 of Cups. So it's about, with your 9 of Cups moving forward, I really like how that's in your general direction, is that you're probably going to be making some choices to uplift your emotional well-being as well, if that's a thing that you're looking to do, Scorpio. And there's going to be some choices with regard to that emotional well-being. Maybe it'll be an art form. It might be, and you're going to be applying your mental strategies or your mind and your consciousness to making, you know, first of all, to make the choice here, but also to be able to carve out the time and the space to do these things that are going to, not all these 7, okay? There's going to be a choice here that you're going to make with regard to your emotional, creative, spiritual, intuitive fulfillment here. So it's like you're going to have to apply your mind to work out some things there. But in your challenge is the Queen and Ace of Pentacles. So this could be that, you know, it's going to be challenging for you to perhaps do the self-care or do the self-nurturing, and to, you know, if there is potential, this could be like a new job, new project, new health and well-being regime. Okay, maybe this is going to be a challenge for you. I feel like there's some energy that you're in at the moment that you are looking to either transmute or move from into something else. And I think if you are very occupied and motivated in, you know, focusing on this 9 of Wands and having the aim of it creating your 10 of Cups here, then it may be difficult for you to see a new opportunity when it does come along. But like this one's saying here, to sort of be open to options as well, that card there. Let's grab some spirit guidance. Okay, well, that one didn't want to go back in. We have here the 4 of Coins. 4 of Pentacles is about being present. Okay. And also being grateful for what you do have. But it could also mean, in terms of income, you know, perhaps, I guess, taking a cut in income, if that, you know, obviously doing that, you know, in a discerning way. It could mean working less or working more in a different way. So I have the 2 of Coins and the 7 of Cups again, so that's interesting. 2 of Coins, this is about juggling things. There's something about your practical, financial, physical well-being and your emotional life at the moment. I think you're feeling 10 of Cups and 9 of Wands. You could be feeling both of those things. But this is about 2 of Coins. It's about being open, creatively adaptable, being open to new options, and also being flexible. Okay, so if you need to use your strategy here to carve out some time to do something new that you've been wanting to do, Spirit's saying, yeah, you might need to sort of juggle a couple of things in your life in order to allow yourself to enter this new phase of emotional fulfillment, 9 of Cups. Okay, if you're not already experiencing that, okay. So, yeah, 4 of Cups, being present with yourself, okay. 7 of Cups, this is about those choices. So literally, it's like being open to new things and being able to integrate one of these or a couple of these cups here. Yeah, I think for you, Scorpio, there's something about that energy of really aligning with what's true for you and really sorting out what's, I guess, what you're conditioning, what you've been conditioned to believe to do compared to what your soul is wanting to do. Okay. Sometimes the devil is about conditioning because it's sort of, you know, it's that invisible cord. There's kind of like an attachment to an old idea, but it's still something that is fluid, that can be changed and shifted. Okay. So yeah. 4 of Swords. This is really nice as well for you, Scorpio. Just coming into some meditation. stilling the mind, being able to kind of refocus, recenter, using the breath. Yeah, focusing on breath actually and consciousness with the Four of Swords. Okay, the air suit of Swords there is a lot in it. You know, it's about communication, but also you know, expression outward, but also consciousness inward and expansion, and as well as the breath. Okay, that air. Five of Cups. So yeah, definitely looking at if something's not working here, Scorpio. If something's not working, identify the Two Cups here, or potentially, you know, that could also translate into the Two of Pentacles. What two things, or what one other thing can you add in that would allow you to have some more balance, or to maybe lift your frequency, especially if you're experiencing this Nine of Wands, this hard work kind of, not totally beaten, but maybe exhausted a lot of the time, like really tired, a lot of tiredness. Okay, what thing can you add in that's going to help you to alleviate that? You also have Temperance. Yeah, this is really nice to have in here with the Devil energy, because the Devil energy is like tenacity. It's like go, 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 and sometimes it's like when we do that, we're running on subconscious programs. Okay, the Temperance is about trying to pull back on that energy a little bit, allowing yourself to come to center here, breath, mind, body, breath, and you know, and then really kind of identifying what is your personal Nine of Cups. Like, what is it that you are going to want to, is going to give you perhaps a better work-life balance. Okay. And yeah, also about alchemizing, bringing things together in a new way. Two of Pentacles here, Two of Cups, you know, blending two things. This could be sort of saying, for you, Scorpio, it's something about like maybe introducing a new hobby or a new project or something, so that you've got, if you are working, it's sort of like, so you've got something that's going to provide you balance. Or it might be that, you know, say if you've got a very sedentary job, maybe you're going to be introducing something that's very physical, that's going to give you some balance, breath work or something like that. But it could also be about balancing the modes of work. So if in your work, maybe you're listening to other people's problems a lot, or a lot, you know, like you're helping them with that. So you're very receptive. So maybe you're activating your feminine aspect. So in your something to create balance, you might like to create something that's more, where you're activating your masculine aspect. So something that's more, you know, more physical, more active, more projective, perhaps more, you know, like creative as well, but sort of putting your energy out there. Okay, something that's going to help you put your energy out there. But yeah, like I said, that's just talking about Temperance, the different ways that we can balance. I think there's a couple of things in your life that you want to balance out here, Scorpio, or you're adding something in to create balance. That's the feeling that I'm getting from this. Okay, and it's the process, you know, that we go through to first of all identify whether you need to or not, and then to work out what type of thing that might be, because here your outcome is that you're going to really be applying your mind to really sorting something out here, to finding out what that thing is that you're going to add in, or what you need to balance more. Maybe it's about you spending more time on something that you're already doing, but you want to spend more time on it. Okay. Six of Swords, moving towards peace. Six is number of harmony. Okay. Peace, harmony, balance. And the interesting thing is here, as I'm looking at these cards, we have 4, 5, and 6. So you will be progressing and moving forward with this. Okay, Scorpio, you will be becoming, or you will be able to create a lifestyle or a life for yourself that feels more peaceful, harmonious, balanced. And it might also be just talking about certain times of the day or certain days of the week where maybe there is a lot of, maybe it's pretty hectic and super busy. And maybe this is just Spirit's way of saying, you know, if those times really feel like they're sapping your energy and getting you down, you know, it might be about finding something that you do on those specific days that are going to reboost your energy. Okay. Six of Swords here and Four of Swords. So, you know, yeah, chilling down, moving to peace, harmony, and balance. And it might not be about just coming into stillness. Maybe you do that first. And then maybe you might say, well, you know, I really enjoy gardening. I'm going to go out in my garden and get my hands in the earth and just really ground my energy. You know, it might be something like that. Let's grab you a Lemurian Star Child Oracle as well. We have Unlock Your Gifts. Yeah, this is it, Scorpio. It's about expanding your consciousness, expanding into your gifts and talents. Underneath here it says, sacred gifts, energy, senses, pure love is the keys. And I think this is about you having love for yourself, Scorpio, okay? Really tapping into your love of self, maybe doing some meditation here, Four of Swords, okay? And going back into, you know, even meditating on what has worked in the past for you in your life that's helped you to feel peaceful and at balance, and what's helped you to feel, you know, like happy. You know, what gives you this Ten of Cups feeling? It might not be necessarily, it might not be doing something by yourself. It might not necessarily be doing something with others, okay? It's something that is unique to you, and maybe this is a call for you to engage more with that. Energy senses, yeah, just being really aware of, you could be picking up on other people's energies as well. And so knowing how to balance that out could be a thing here too that you're looking at. But yeah, also to be aware, Scorpio, that you are an intense sign. So probably intensity and challenge is going to be very attractive to you. Hence, you know, it's like, yeah, there is an attraction for that. But also to just remember that, you know, there is potential here for you to, this is Nine of Wands. If there's a lot of intensity for a long time, okay, it's going to really start to affect your energy levels, okay? And this is what they're saying here, energy senses, okay, watching your energy levels as well. So there we have it, Scorpio. I think we might wrap it up there. Hope that's been helpful. Look forward to your next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.